I'm not sure, for anybody in college basketball if you've gotten completely accustomed to no fans. And I will say this, there are a number of schools around the country that do have a decent amount of fans at a game and have done some very innovative things to get noise, to get not the artificial noise, but actually human noise into an arena. But it's difficult for every team. You get energy from the crowd. You really get energy from the crowd. And in Cameron, for 40 years, I've been very fortunate to have one of the best crowds ever in any sporting event support our team. So that's a big change, that human element.
I don't think you can describe what this building is like and what the feeling is like to go on this floor for Duke Carolina. The air is heavier, it is hotter, it is not just any other game. You try to treat it that way to fool yourself into thinking it's any other game, but this is bigger than any other game they'll play in the regular season.
To think about the Duke North Carolina game without fans is difficult. I've been a part of this rivalry for 4 decades, and the games have been incredible. I mean, they've been the most watched games in college basketball. And obviously the two teams are the prime people for this, but the fans at each arena are also. A lot of people would say that the loudest Cameron is, or the Smith Center is during a Duke North Carolina game. It's incredibly exciting when your team gets on a run, especially at home, and it feels like this, you're going to blow the roof off of Cameron. And it's tough when you're at the Smith Center when they get on a run, and you get over 20,000 people going nuts. And you talk about it too much, you miss it. You miss it, and I miss it for my young guys especially. I feel bad for our freshmen, and for freshmen around the country, but I don't know them. I know our guys. And, they haven't had an experience of being on campus as a student, let alone playing in Cameron or some other place in front of fans. So that's been difficult for them. At some time, we'll be able to figure out the entire impact that it might have had, but it has had an impact. There's no question about it. And hopefully, this is the only season that we have it. As we look into the future, that come next season, that this changes. Hopefully that will happen.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Together taste better. By Ford. Built for victory. Built for the Carolinas. Contact your Carolina Ford dealer today. And by Gatorade. Win from within.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Make the days count. Gatorade has carbs to fuel and electrolytes to help replenish, so you can count on the proven formula. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Nearly 150 years of experience goes into making each and every Continental tire. So you can trust with total confidence that our tires will deliver superior performance, no matter where the road takes you. Continental Tire, for what you do.
Today tastes like staying in, like our go-to place. Tastes like anticipating, and a little bit like waiting. Today tastes like a piece of the action, and it never tasted this good.
Because of this, we built Ford Super Duty to be our most capable heavy-duty pickup. Because of this, we gave the all-new 2021 F-150 an available 12-inch touchscreen. Because of this, we built Ranger with a terrain management system. And because Ford trucks are built for this, you made Ford America's best-selling brand. Don't miss the chance to get a 2020 F-150 with up to $10,531 in total savings at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Make the days count. Gatorade has carbs to fuel and electrolytes to help replenish, so you can count on the proven formula. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Blue Devils got a chance. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. It's hurt. Oh, he didn't get it off. And a devastating loss on the road for the Blue Devils here tonight in Miami.
We're coming off a tough loss, so it's going to be a time to turn things around, play together, play the right way, and just go out there and have fun. This is going to be a fun game for us, and just really excited. There's a lot of excitement going on right now, and we're out there, we're smiling, we're playing hard, and we're just gonna play really hard and just have a good time.
Being a part of the 2 games last year against UNC, there's nothing better in sports than that. But, with no fans, I feel like, the bench, we have to bring our own energy. It's going to be different, but, hopefully we can just come out with a W around 8 o'clock on Saturday night.
Still a 5-point game, 8:40 to go. Behind the defense, Coleman with a catch. He got shoved in the back by Baycott, no whistle. Up top, Hurt. He'll take the 3 anyway.
The Blue Devils within 2 off the Matt Hurt 3.
To the right at Goldwire. Goldwire penetrating. A kick out for Johnson into the corner. More for 3. And this one goes. And Mike Krzyzewski's going to take a timeout. It's a 2-point game with 5:22 to go. Johnson crossing over on Baycott. Sizing him up, spun into the paint. Forced it underneath for Hurt. An incredible catch. Brooks defending him. Step back jumper. Ties it. Got inside to the corner in Goldwire. Baseline drive. Finds Johnson. Floating in to dunk it down. The Blue Devils fought valiantly here in the second half. Had a chance to tie or go ahead. But in the end, they're going to fall by 4.
An amazingly competitive basketball game. Very physical. I thought both teams played extremely hard. Our guys really fought like crazy. It's one of the best that we've moved the ball. We had 23 assists, and they hurt you inside, but their 3-point shooting was incredible tonight. 10 for 15, and Caleb Love was outstanding. I mean, I thought the kids that played in this game were all good, but he stepped it up above all the others, and did an outstanding job. We're right there, fought, and where it's a 1 possession. And I didn't really see the play. It was on the other side of the basket. So, whatever. I think Wendell, I haven't talked to him, but he's probably expecting a 6th foul, because they took the first one. But taking to the basket is the right thing to do. So, feel bad for him because he's trying to make a winning play. Or a tying play, and one, if you get it. But our guys played like crazy, and they played like crazy, and so it's a tough loss, very difficult loss.
Obviously, it hurts to lose any game, but especially that game. But I'm happy with my team's effort. I know the effort was there all night. We fought hard, just didn't get the result we wanted.
Tough loss for us. We fought all game, like Jordan said, and it would have been nice to have the crazies just giving us that extra push. We all know how important they are for us, especially in the UNC game. So we missed them, but it's not an excuse, of course.
And our guys are improving. They're working hard. They're coming in, extra work, and they have great attitudes. And they're a young group, and they're a young group. But tonight they played. They were a team that was deserving to win too, and that's all I ask for my teams is to keep playing that way. And I believe in them, and we're going to keep working with them.
Even though we can't have everyone gathered, we found new ways to make each occasion special. We're keeping your gifting experience both safe and personal through Reeds.com, answering all your questions and guiding you to the perfect present, just like we have for over 70 years. Family always finds a way to celebrate life's moments together, no matter what. You won't just shop with confidence at Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com. You'll feel like family.
You're injured, but at the insurance company, it's business as usual.
Denied.
This guy? They call him the Deny Guy.
Denied. D-E-N-I-E-D. Denied. Denied.
He sings his song every day.
Denied, denied, denied.
Well, unless he hears from an experienced lawyer.
Tell them you mean business. Call on the Hurt Line, the law offices of James Scott Farron, right now.
Let's talk about math. Fuel points math. For every dollar you spend at Harris Teeter, you get a fuel point. 100 fuel points equals 10 cents off per gallon. 200 fuel points equals 20 cents off per gallon. 1,000 fuel points equals $1 off per gallon on quality fuel. And if you're shopping at Harris Teeter with your Vic card, your fuel points are already adding up. Check the bottom of your receipt. Harris Teeter Fuel Points, an easy way to save on fuel.
See harristeeter.com for details.
Nearly 150 years of experience goes into making each and every Continental tire. So you can trust with total confidence that our tires will deliver superior performance, no matter where the road takes you. Continental Tire, for what you do.
Duke 360, presented by Continental Tire, for what you do.
Everybody loves dunks, and boy, has Duke had some dunkers over the last few years. You go back to 2019, Zion Williamson over 70 dunks, a lot of those finding their way to the SportsCenter top 10. Just some highlight reel stuff. And then he's followed up by Cassius Stanley, who had over 30 dunks last year. He's one of the best finishers in the country, one of the most athletic players at the rim. This year has been a different kind of a year when it comes to dunking the basketball, different kind of a team, different style of play. Only 9 dunks from Duke in the first 8 games. But what we saw in that Pittsburgh game from freshman Jalen Johnson as he came back to play, he had 2 big-time dunks in that game against Pitt. Perhaps an indication of more to come as he gets healthier and healthier. We all love seeing it, man. The dunks that Duke has been blessed with over the last few years have been unbelievable. I also think a big part of this segment is our guy John Roth, who puts this show together. I think it was his excuse to see some of these dunks over again, to relive some of these dunks. But man, Duke fans have had a very nice buffet of dunks over the last few years. And if Jalen Johnson can stay healthy and finish like he did at Pitt, that's a sign of good dunking to come.
As Hunter, threw it right to Jalen Johnson. Headed the other way, one-on-one on Hall. Oh! Hammer it down! Backdoor lob, and Williams will stuff it home. Chance to run. It's Stewart to throw it down. Goldwire lobs it backdoor to Johnson to throw it down. Lob it over the top to Williams, and he'll stuff it home. Goldwire tapped it inside to Johnson. Underhand scoop to Williams to rock the rim.
Blue Devil Changemakers, presented by Duke Alumni.
Our next edition of the Duke Alumni Changemakers, we visit with the executive director of the Ivy League, member of multiple NCAA committees, From the class of 87 and the Duke Law class of 93, Robin Harris. Robin, thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us today. Since being at the helm of the Ivy League starting in 2009, what's been the most meaningful and purposeful initiative you've been the most proud of to lead?
That's a great question. And we've achieved and accomplished so much in the past 11 or 12 years, focusing really on how do we capture the Ivy League's essence in that we are providing the best experience for our student athletes academically and athletically. We were able to negotiate and execute a 10-year agreement with ESPN so that we can showcase the Ivy League model worldwide as well as throughout the country on a very prominent and outstanding platform. And that was a culmination of a lot of hard work by our schools.
Now, this is a series speaking with alums who've made contributions to change in areas of COVID-19, gender equality, and social justice. You've made impacts in all three of those facets. But first, with COVID-19 and the decision for the Ivy League to put sports at hold during this pandemic, why do you feel it was important for the Ivy League to be at the forefront of that?
Yeah, this has been an incredibly challenging and sad year, frankly. And I never would have thought when the Ivy League presidents were gathering regularly back in March and we made the decision to cancel the basketball tournaments and then ultimately spring sports. I never would have thought that I would be sitting here today, almost 11 months later, without having played a sporting event in the Ivy League since that time. The decisions are really quite philosophically based. They're based on the Ivy League principles that our student athletes are students first. Athletics is an incredibly important part of campus life, but it is part of campus life. And so campus policies apply to athletics and to our student athletes. And because of the virus trends that have continued to be terrible, our presidents and campus communities have implemented policies that prohibit travel, prohibit visitors to campus, put in place enrollment restrictions, social distancing requirements, and those policies apply campus-wide, and that includes athletics. And when we made those decisions in the spring, everyone else followed. When our presidents made those decisions for the fall sports, some Division I conferences followed suit. And then when we made those decisions for the winter sports, conferences have not necessarily followed suit. And our presidents are aware of that, and they are committed to how we approach Ivy League athletics as an important integral component of the campus community, where campus policies apply, and for the well-being of our campuses, athletics competition is on hold with the hope that things are going to get better this spring so that we can have some competition this spring.
And being in your position as a women's leader in sports, now half the athletic directors in the Ivy League are female. What does it mean to be part of that elite group, and what change would you still like to see happen?
It's been amazing to watch in my tenure. This is my 12th year. And when I started at the Ivy League as the executive director, which is called commissioner in every other Division I conference, there were 3 of us who were women at the time who were leading Division I conferences out of 32. And we are now up to 10. So showing up when we could attend in-person meetings and even on Zoom calls, to see a third of the Division I conference commissioners as female has really changed the dynamic, and I think in a very positive way. What it does is if you see it, you can be it. And it's uncomfortable for me to say I'm a role model, but I also know that I represent possibilities, and I see that as we see a woman referee who's going to officiate the Super Bowl. That's incredible. And I don't think I would have thought that was possible 10 years ago, 5 years ago. So every time we see these things, like I just accept that women can be conference commissioners. But I suppose 20 years ago, that was something that was not accepted. So it's wonderful to see that women have unlimited opportunities.
Well, you've been called a game changer, a woman's leader, and now a Duke alumni change maker. Robin Harris, it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for taking the time with us today.
Thank you, Rebecca. It's been my pleasure.
She's the one, and you know it. At Reeds.com, we're making it easy to find the perfect ring from home. With helpful advice from our online jewelry experts, safe and discreet shipping, and beautiful ring packaging, you'll be confident the moment will be as perfect for her as she is for you. As a trusted jeweler for over 70 years, Reed's Jewelers will be here to make both of you feel like family. Long after she says yes.
Today tastes like staying in. Like our go-to place. Tastes like anticipating. And a little bit like waiting. Food's here. Today tastes like a piece of the action. And it never tasted this good.
It's bow time.
Dad, we're hungry.
Yep, to the grill.
Out of gas on game day? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of scratch-made chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea.
It's bow time.
Check out the Duke Basketball Podcast with Associate Head Coach John Shire. New episodes drop each week throughout the season and are available wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Vintage Duke.
He's going to take it down the lane, in the air, shoves it up, got it at the buzzer! The Blue Devils win it, 63-62. Gives it up to Plumlee again. Mason into a double team, into the paint, has it raked out of his hands without a foul being called. And it comes 2-on-1 for the drive and a blocking foul, this time called on Duke, and Tyler Thornton went down hard, trying to draw that charge. Right back to Seth on the right side, loads for the 3, bottoms! Here's the jumper by Singler from outside, no good. Nolan gets the rebound, off the glass, it comes up and in for Nolan Smith. Puts it around the screen to the right side, pull-up jumper, it's a 2, and it goes for Curry. Nolan out of the double team. Looks, ball knocked free, but he picks it up off the floor, turns, 15-footer, got it, Nolan is hot as a firecracker, and it's 49-45, still 54-47, a very low-scoring affair. We're just under 11 minutes from completion of this ball game. Miles Plumlee hands it off to Curry, turns, shoots a 3, bottoms! Smith all the way down inside, kick out left side, Curry thought about a 3, went around his man, pull up 10-footer, got it! Seth Curry is hot, and it's a 2-point game at 54-52 Carolina. Miles Plumlee at the high right post. Miles, 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, now hands it away to Smith in the paint, kick out, open, Kelly, 3, bottoms! Oh my goodness! The Blue Devils take the lead for the first time. Rebound tipped around, Curry comes up with it, leads a pass to Nolan, 1-on-1, Smith into the rack, protecting it, count it, and a foul on the play! Side, Nolan sees an opening, darts down inside, bounces it off to Mason Plumlee, shot fake, dump from the other side. Throws it deep to the backcourt for Smith, racing down for the dump. That'll just about seal it with 14 seconds to play, 77-71.
Well, that Carolina game was one of the great ones here in Cameron. You know, I'm only going to think of great games that we win here, and being that far behind at halftime and being able to really have I think a 20-point swing in the game was incredible. And it was basically Nolan. Nolan was his senior year. He had lost his running mate after 8 games that year, and Kyrie Irving. And actually one of the main pictures I remember is the interaction of Kyrie on the bench with Nolan. They're still brothers. They were so close. And a big thing for Nolan, we were coming off a national championship where he and John Shire started at the guard spots, and he and Kyle were coming back, and we brought in this phenomenal player in Kyrie Irving and let him run the team. And Nolan put him under his wing. It was smooth how they adjusted to one another. And then when Kyrie went down, Nolan then took on another role, of being the best player on that team. And it says a lot for Nolan Smith. He was really one of the great players here, and I'm so happy that he's on my staff. And as good as a player as he was, he's that good of an assistant. February, it goes by fast. January goes by slow. And February, because there's an incredible sense of urgency normally in college basketball based on getting into the tournament. And that's one of the exciting things about February. To be quite frank with you, I'm not sure anyone knows exactly how you get into the tournament this year. I know people put out the net and all that kind of stuff, but with all the teams that have been on pause, and it's not the same. You just can't judge it the same. In saying that, we have to do more to be even in the conversation for the NCAA tournament, whether there's a net or there's no net. And so for us, we have to look at every game as an opportunity to earn our spot in the NCAA tournament. And that's our plan. We have to play every game with an incredible sense of urgency. And hopefully that will turn out to be a good resume for this month going into March.